I have here another comment. Sir, FL Studio is the best DAW, but why pro producers don't refer it? Mostly refer Pro Tools, Cubase. I think there's this one really quickly, because I did some videos. I did some videos about DAWs, and I really love FL Studio. For me, it's the best tool, but it's the best DAW for production, for making beats, for composing, for doing remixes. But when I'm going to mix tracks, I usually go for Pro Tools. In the past I would go for Pro Tools, but now I go to Studio One because it's a different workflow. And I think we have to end this this is the best DAW, or that is the best DAW. No, I think the best DAW is the one that help you to achieve your results faster or better. For me, FL Studio is the best DAW to produce, to make beats. It's my DAW of choice. I've been using it since version 5 or version 3, something like that. We are in version 20, so you can see it's been a while that I'm using FL Studio, and I'm really fast making music with it. And that's what I talk about when I say master the software. Is like I'm really good at with FL Studio, and I'm really fast making music. When I go to the other DAWs, I get a little bit frustrated because I'm not as mastered in those DAWs, and it takes me a while to make music in those DAWs. So whenever I want to make music and I feel comfortable, I just use FL Studio to create, to produce. But then when I want to mix, I don't think FL Studio is the best workflow. And recording, I will say it here, FL Studio sucks FL Studio sucks for recording. It's so frustrating. It has so many clunky ways of recording that I don't like it. I'm used to it right now, but I don't like it. So what I said, okay, when I want to record or mix, I go to this DAW. It's a different workflow, and it makes my life easy there. So I use DAWs, not because they are the best, but because they give me the best tools to do whatever I want faster. I think it's the most important thing when working with DAWs. It's like, use all of them if you can. Use FL Studio, use Ableton, use Pro Tools, use Studio One. Try them out. Try to see which ones are easiest for you to work. And don't be afraid to use FL Studio for production or Ableton, and then you go to Studio One or Pro Tools or Cubase to mix and record. Don't be afraid of doing that. It's like the time that it takes you to switch to a different DAW, like to switch to or clicking on the button and open up Studio One, it's negligible for the time that you will spend mixing. So for me, it's no question. Whenever I want to mix and record something, I just go to Studio One. I don't even think about FL Studio, but I keep always saying FL Studio for me is the best DAW for producing, for making beats. So I think we have to look at this in a way of, what is the DAW that gives me the best result for what I really want in the end, which is making good music. And it's fine if you use whatever tool that you use. And I think there's no DAW that can beat FL Studio for producing, my opinion only. But there's also some really good benefits with FL Studio, and one of them is free lifetime updates. There's no other DAW, there's no other company like ImageLine that offers that. And I think that for me, if I have to recommend something, a DAW for someone, I would go with FL Studio first, because it's for making beats, for instance. If they say, oh, but I just want to mix, then I would say something else. But mostly because they offer free lifetime updates. I have the highest version of FL Studio, and I have all the plugins, I have all the features. If a new update comes, I'm the first one to install it because it's free, and it will be free until ImageLine exists. And I don't mind spending money and put my money on FL Studio because I know that I'm getting more value from that. But that's a different story. Yes, sir, beginners spend there much time to choose a DAW. That's true, but they are beginners. So I think as time goes by, I think you have more as you gain more experience with making music and with the DAWs, you start choosing whatever you like or whatever is faster to you. I am the one of them, but from now it's done. Thank you, sir. Respect and love. Thank you very much. And respect and love back. So that's it, guys. This was a really fun. I think I'm really finishing today. Right now, I still have to work out the bodybuilding thing. I still have to work out. And yeah, this was really funny or fun. Thank you for all of your questions. And I will be here next weekend or next Saturday to help you guys out. And yeah, that's it. Again, thank you very much. And I'll see you next Saturday. Peace.